I promise to make you happy if you do two things for me. Number one, if you can watch this video to the very end so you can get the fullness of everything I want to share with you. And then number two, if you agree to do an experiment, fist bump, let's do it. Close your eyes for a little moment. I want you to think, just calm down. Think, what made you smile today? Or made you laugh? I mean, from your heart. That aha, hold what you remembered. Hold that image, that movie, that internal movie for 10 seconds. Okay, you get where I'm going to? You can see you smiled. Now, check. Apart from that, you may discover that all through the day, you have not had reason to smile deeply from your heart or even laugh heartily. That in the midst of the pressures of the day, you stopped and tried to remember one thing. It can even be more than one. It tells you that your day has not been wasted. It reveals gratitude to God and to man that are around you, that there is still something to cheer in a world where there is pressure everywhere. And once you live a life of gratitude to God and even to man that he plays around you, people that bring joy to your life, you remember them for good. What happens? God does more and you enjoy the people more. Why? Because everything will not just be doom and gloom. What do I mean by that? If you look at the world that we are in right now, it's a world on an instant gratification agenda. Everything is fast. Everything is rush. If you live in an urban area, it's a bit more tough because by 5 a.m., the buses are hooting. People selling their wares are already announcing their wares. People are already on the streets by, like in those areas that we live, 5 a.m., 5:30 to 6. The bus stop is crowded, shoving and pushing. And in all this, you see people on their phone again. You manage to get the bus in some of the areas where we don't have too much buses. You get on the bus. What do you see everybody doing? On their phone. Scrolling. What are they looking for? Something to keep the dopamine rush going. Something to entertain them. Something to fill, in quote, the void. And when you live like that, you get to the office meetings, activities, you are doing this, you are doing that. Before you know it, it's coffee break in case you have a coffee break. And some people, the kind of job they do, they are so busy doing this and that. They even take lunch while working. Before they look up, it's 5:30, it's to 6. They get up. In urban centers, like I was saying, you get into the traffic jam and you'll be there for a while. And you go through all that. By the time you get home, you discover you are so tired. If you are somebody who lives in Lagos, Nigeria, you get home sometimes 10 p.m., 11 p.m., some people 12. In fact, some people don't even go home. If you live in Lagos, Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. Some sleep in their office Monday to Friday and go home only on Saturdays. This kind of life makes you live a life of pressure. And when you find yourself, sometimes you see people even say, okay, let's have a date night. What do you do on a date night? You see two people who supposed to be maybe looking at each other's eyes. Before you know it, somebody is on Snapchat. The other person is, I'm so and so place, is posting something to somebody somewhere. Somebody is on the Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Yeah, this where I see my food and all the rest. The person sitting across you is also checking, maybe it's a male, checking sports section. I don't know what is happening to this football team, something. And then you see sometimes a family. The father, the mother are on their phones, the kids are on their phones, the toddler is screaming, looking for attention. He wants the phone too and all the rest. And then you see day in, day out. This is how we live. If you can take 10 seconds of your day to just stop and be quiet and just remember one thing that makes you smile. Not only do you realize that, hey, God has been blessing me. I have good people around me. I have a wonderful family. You have time to think of their faces, think of what they did and all the rest that made you smile. It can be your loved one, and it can be anything that just put joy in your soul. It's better than the dopamine rush of scrolling through the phone, looking for one thing that will entertain you, and then when you are going through the phone, the things you don't want to see, the good, the bad, the downright ugly, is also being streaming at you in the next few minutes. You need something to fill the void, and we don't talk to each other anymore. We don't talk to our kids anymore. We buy them the latest phones to keep them busy. Go and watch cartoon. Go and watch Netflix. I'm busy now. I cannot talk to you because you have deadlines and schedules that, this is the life we are in now. If you are not deliberate, you are going to live a life without showing gratitude to God and to man, a life of stress. The food is a type of stress if you don't know. Because every time you wake up in the mornings, for some of us, before you even say, as a Christian now, good morning, Jesus, we have checked updates. I don't know what is the result of the match they played yesterday. So who won that beauty contest yesterday? And before you know it, if you're carrying we are just like, I believe that girl did not win the competition. This is cheating. I guess this is that. No. You have to do something about it. So try and stop and be quiet in the world we are living now, and then distress yourself. What I mean by distress, is it distress? I hope I'm saying the right thing. Stress with you get it. So you have to farabale and bring the temperature, so to say, down. Not every time you are in that ginger yourself. It's not good for you. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your relationships. It's not good for your business life, because you need to learn to stop, think, and reflect. Another thing is that if you make this a habit, what you're actually doing is you are creating neural pathways in your brain, and it now becomes easier the next time to stop, think, and remember what made me happy, what put smile on my face, what put joy in my heart. It makes it easier to remember it at another time, and then it gets easier and easier. So you need to put this as part. It takes just 10 seconds to hold the image and watch the internal video, and you just discover that you are a bit happier than you used to be. You just try it and try to build a habit out of it. Once your mind, you see, because of the pressures of life, our minds are tuned towards the bad, the ugly, the downright ugly. That's why bad news is always the news. So you now have to be the one to take care of yourself and remember the things that make you smile. Honestly, laughter is still the best medicine. You can't have frowning face. Even as a Christian, the Bible tells us that it is with joy that you draw from the wells of salvation. If you can find one reason, just one, to smile today, your day is not lost. Okay, you said today I didn't have any reason. Out of yesterday, did anything happen around you that make you like, oh, these people? Your day is not lost and your life is not going down the drain. There are some advice I can give in this regard. Number one, can you think, I'm giving you now some other things you can think about. You can think about some funny events that happen in your family and there was good laugh. In fact, when you people have family functions, you remember the incidents and then you laugh. Or you can remember somebody that you truly love. You can remember how their cologne smells, or the perfume they use or they wear smells. Or you can remember, if it is your wife, for example, as a man, you are like, oh, when she wears the red long dress, oh, she's so, These are things you should carry in your mind. For some, maybe you are somebody who live alone. Do you have a dog or a cat? That is your number one loyalist. I like dogs. So that's your number one loyalist. There's a way sometimes you look at your dog looks at you. You just have this chemistry. You just have this understanding. It makes you smile. At times, I sit down and remember when my kids were younger, like for example, maybe like my daughter I will see that. I will remember, when she was small, she had this cloth she calls my turnaround dress. And then she will come and say, Daddy, can I show you my turnaround dress? And then she spins and the gown just goes, like this thing. Sometimes I remember that I just smile and I'm like, that's the way the world is. Okay, they've all left the house now, like I've always said, but you can remember that. Or I remember when my son, maybe just for example, much younger, when he was small, maybe about 1 or 2, he will come to me and say, Daddy, can I show you my yo, man? And that's a thumbs up. It's just a family, language that we use. Can I show you my yo, man? He will do me thumbs up. I will say, okay, look at my yo, man. Little things will keep joy in your heart, and your health, you'll get more benefit from it. In my office, I have this video slideshow player. What do I do with it? In that slideshow video player, I put it on my table in the office. As I'm working, it plays. I have hundreds of pictures inside it, plays them over and over, at random, various, What I have there are the pictures I have taken over the years, the places I traveled to, people I've been with. I just have this continuous stream of pictures continually going by. That thing is about 11 gigs. So there's so much. I've not even filled it anyway. There's so much. So once in a while, I use it as a burden buster. If I'm walking, after a while, sometimes one picture just catches my eyes. It's a good distraction for me. Catches my eyes and I look, oh, that was when we were in Dubai. Oh, I took that picture in Egypt. Oh, that one when I went to Israel. Oh, that one was in Cyprus. Oh, that one was at Obudu Mountain Ranch. All those places I visited, traveled to, inside the country, outside the country, all these tourist spots that I've been to, maybe some happy occasion, everything is in there. It's a burden buster for me when I'm walking, and then I look at some things and I will now remember, oh, this happened that day. Oh, I think I should go back to that place. Oh, I think I should. Oh, this person, how is he now? These are the things that make life more enjoyable without you living your life all strained or stressed up. If you have like my room overlooks, my room looks towards my window, and that's where the sun rises from. Sometimes very early in the morning, I see it coming up as it comes up now up the horizon. Sometimes so beautiful. I watch the sunrise, and that is when sometimes I maybe say my prayers and all the years. Another thing I do that helps me start the day better is sometimes very early in the morning, my air condition vent, the distance outside. Some of these doves are on some of the trees around my house there. Some of these doves will perch there and you'll be hearing, they will be cooing to each other, other birds on the trees. Before you know it, this bird is singing, that bird is singing. Sometimes I just listen to these nature sounds, and for me, it's just some form of therapy, helps me start my day better while I'm maybe taking my coffee or something. So you can also try that. I have another suggestion I can give to you is, if you have the opportunity to walk in nature where you live in, if there are parks there and it's safe for you, in the morning, you can go there and have your walk. Maybe you take for about 30 minutes. You could take from my experience, maybe 4,000 to 5,000 steps. And if you have the chance, you can take a walk in the morning and in the evening. And if you have this target of, I need to make 6,000 steps, if you do 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening, you'll be very close to 6,000 to 7,000 steps. Of course, it depends on how you walk, but not just even doing the walk alone, watching nature, creation, trees, leaves. One thing I enjoy, for example, is very early in the morning after maybe let us say dew now, when the dew is still not, life is not disturbed like that. Sometimes I get up in the morning, I go out and I begin to look at how the dews settle on top of the leaves or settle on top of the flowers. I take some pictures of those kind of things, and it just makes me think of nature, of life, of creation, of the colors of life, the colors of, all manner of things. So maybe you say, okay, you can say that because you are living in a city. Where I'm living now is not, you are living in maybe a rural area. Where I'm living now is not a rural area. There are no parks where I'm living right now. But So let me say it like this. This one I've just told you is when I go to some locations. But let me say it like this. If you live in the city, like I live in a suburban environment, especially in the evenings when I go out for my work, I've told you before, I go out and I watch the trucks. You know, I'm somebody who likes colors. I like beautiful colors. So I watch the trucks. And most of these trucks, minibuses, bikes, most of them have lights, colored lights. So you see a bus coming up, so lit up, all manner of colors. As I take my walk, listening to my podcast, if I want to, or if I'm doing a prayer walk, I'm looking at all these things. And as I'm seeing all these things, oh, look at that color. Oh, how beautiful is this color? Oh, I just see the ingenuity or creativity they put in to lighten up these buses. Sometimes when I go out with my granddaughter, Superstar, sometimes I remember her giggles, her excitement. She's like, "Grandpa, look at our truck. Look at our truck. Look at our trailers. Look at our buses." And we laugh. I remember, put smiles on my face and all this and all this. You see, it doesn't take too much sometimes to enjoy the one single life that you have. If you would just look around. Sometimes if you are close to the sea, I'm not close to the sea, but whenever I travel to coastal areas, maybe and we are close to maybe to the Atlantic Ocean and or a sea or a lake or something, I just go there, I sit down and watch the waves crashing on the rocks and see how the water ripples. Sometimes you watch, if it's a beach, watch the waters coming. You see sometimes it brings some shells. You look at those shells where you're looking at it, or some little sea animals. You're just wondering what kind of animal is this. The waves come back, takes everything back. If I sit down in the park sometimes, I just people watch. Even though at the beaches, I people watch. Now, please don't misunderstand me. Not people watching in such a way you are now x-raying the opposite sex anatomy, and that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, okay, let me just give you an example now. Sometimes when I watch people's styles of walking. It amuses me. I know I have my own style, but I can't see myself. So I see people. Some people are. Now, I don't do this because I want to mock, make jest, or body shame people. I just find that what it tells me is that, oh, God created various types of people, shades and colors, and everybody has his own signature walking style, signature moving style. Even the way people smile, everybody has his own smile, his own way of doing things. You see, one person's handwriting is different from the other person's handwriting. So the signature of one person's presence is different from the other person. So there are so many little things you can watch out for. Okay, let this video not be too long. I don't know what it is you normally use to, maybe, let me use the word distract yourself, or what you normally do that brings a smile to your face or that makes you laugh. I would love it if you put it in the comment section so that we can also learn from what you do. These are just some of the things I do. This is my conclusion. Happiness is not always something big. Sometimes it's something small that you choose to notice. So tell me as I close, what is the one thing that made your day, that is made you smile today? Whether it's something in your memory or something in the now. Put it in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.